Welcome to the Daily Influence, where our mission is to deliver a daily dose of positive influence that can uplift you personally or be shared within your sphere of influence. While not every episode may directly apply to your unique circumstances, we strive to provide insights and inspiration relevant to most people's daily, weekly, and monthly lives. Whether you are tuning in during the morning, noon, or night, the Daily Influence is here for you. Listen, share, and embrace the power of influence in your life. Hey, everybody, Brian Smith here with the Iron Team series, and we are into 2024. And one of the things I've been thinking about is what do you do for a living, and what influence that plays on us? And then the backup question to that is what do we live for? Those are two very different questions to be asking ourselves as we move into a new year and we think about new beginnings and where we've come from and where we want to go. What are we working for? And what am I living for? Am I working to live? Am I working to fulfill some individual need, not just the, Maslow's hierarchy of, shelter and security and food and all those things in the ego, but really, why are we doing what we do? Do we really enjoy it? I know I get asked a lot as our company moves into our 27th year. I get asked a lot about when are you going to retire? What are you going to do? What's the next season look like? Why do you keep doing what you do after so many years? And the first answer is I do it because it's fulfilling. Yes, I get paid well, and those things have been very important to us. We're very blessed in that area of our lives. But we've moved so far past that for what it brings to us. And I challenge you to think about what past making a living do you work for? How can you make your area of influence, whatever it is in what you do, how can you make that more palatable, more positive, more fulfilling for you? What can you do this year that adds to that foundation to make it better? What can you speak up to? What can you recommend? How can you influence and create a ripple that might have intended consequences, not unintended consequences? How can we plan for these things to make our lives better and decide to have a little bit more control about how we live and why we live, and not let it be defined by what we do for work? And that's not a contradiction to capitalism. It's not a contradiction to be in support of in the organizations that you work for, be it your own or somebody else's. Take equity in that. If you are choosing in this season in your life to be a part of an organization and work for them, develop that equity between you two. And it's okay to have conversations with the people that might be above you, the owners, the managers, and say, I'm putting forth my effort. My effort is X. And I don't feel like it's an equitable relationship if it's not. Many of us, it is. And if you find yourself working for a place that appreciates you and serves you well and you serve well, then think about how you can make that even better. What steps can you take to enhance that relationship, to have more equity? How can you give more? And when you give more, you get more. Givers gain. And it's a true thing. The more that you give, it creates this circular effect. So what are you working for? Why are you working? And is it to live, or what are you living for? Are you living to work, or are you living for something better? Take the time in these new beginnings, the start of 24, to understand where you're at, where you want to go, what you're doing, how you can make it better and make it positive. And I know that when you begin to slow down and take some time for yourself, get off those phones, stop playing those games, and think about you. Treat yourself. Think about you and about what you can do for you. And if that includes doing things for others that enhances your life, then do that. If it means asking for more, do that. If it means giving more, do that. But whatever it means, make sure that it's thought out. You slow down and you focus on it. Look forward to talking to you tomorrow. I hope you have a great afternoon.